Okay, so let's take a peek here at these questions. So this one here is pretty interesting. So what I'll actually do is I'll pull up the answer. Oh, I can't pull up the answer. Number 17. Where's my... Number 17. Let me see if the answer will help out in the understanding of it. So here's your answer. So we're going to work from small to big to small. Okay? So how many answers are there? How many squares are there? Well, if you think about it, there's one 10 by 10 square as such. Okay? Then there's four 9 by 9 squares. So if we go back here, like my four 9 by 9 squares, one would start here. We'll go like this. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Then my next one, I just moved over to this corner. Right? Boom. Then I can move it over to this corner here. And you can see I can fit four different ones in. Okay? And the last one would be the last corner. Okay, so if you think about it, we have one of those squares plus four 9 by 9 squares, plus if we did 8 by 8 squares, we actually get 9 of those in here. Okay, we get 9 8 by 8 squares. All right, so if I did a couple 8 by 8 squares, I go here, here, here. All right, then I could move it over one and go here, here, here. All right, I can move it over one again. All right, and I could get 9 in all together. So if I was here, I go 9. Then my next one, I'd be able to get 16 of the 7 by 7 squares, and so on and so forth. But if you look here, I could also rewrite the exact same thing up top, as in 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared. Squared plus 4 squared. Right, that means the same thing. Like 1 squared equals 1, 2 squared equals 4, 3 squared equals 9, 4 squared. And this could always go up to plus dot 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 10 squared. All right, because then when we get to 10 squared, we have all the little dots there, all the littlest squares, which is the 100 everyone would think about. That would be 10 squared. All these squares would add up to this number here. So the question is, what would that all equal? Well, if you went through the math, it would equal 385 would be the total. If I use my spreadsheet, where did my spreadsheet go? So I'm going to move over here, and I said 1, 1, 2, 2, oops, 2, 2. So let's see if that'll be 10. Good. So I'm just going to set up a little formula here. So it says multiply this cell by that number. And we'll go like that. So there's all the squares of everything. As you can see, 6 times 6, 36, 8 times 8, 68. Then we add all those up, and there's our number, 385 squares altogether. I haven't marked everyone's yet, but I'd be very impressed if anyone got that. Good. Now this one here, a little April Fool's thing I did here. Every answer is 5 on this. Okay. So if I go 10 plus x equals 5, I move that over. Oh boy, it's negative 5. I messed up the very first one. That would equal x equals 5 minus 10. So x would equal negative 5. So for b, we have 18x minus 25. I'm getting a, I do this with my mouse right now. I'm getting a pen shipped to me soon, so I have like a little pad, so hopefully it's a little bit cleaner. 3x plus 50. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to move this over here. So 18x minus 3 equals 50 plus 25, which would equal 15x equals 75. Of course, x equals 5. I keep going through these. So I'm going to kind of do this ahead of time. So first thing I'm going to do is going to combine these on this side. And I'm going to combine these on this side. So 20 minus 3 is 17x plus 10. So this is this question right there. Equals 10x plus 45. Then I'm going to move this over here and this over here. When they cross the equal sign, they switch the sign. So I get 17x minus 10x equals 45 minus 10, which equals 7x equals 35. So x equals 5. Change my color here. So this one here. So this one here I threw in a little change here. So I have 4x squared plus 10x plus 90 equals 4x squared plus 30x minus 10. So I'm going to bring all my x's over this side. And I'm going to bring this over here. So let's equal 90 plus 10 equals, I'm going to do my x squares first. 4x squared, which is this one. And this one's going to be minus 4x squared. And this is plus 30x minus 10x. This is going to equal 100.
Okay, guys, the school wants the pictures. They're going to do a video and send it out to everybody. Do you guys want pictures of you guys playing?
We're riding your bikes later. Sorry, I'm making a video.
Riding your bike?
So 4x squared minus 4x squared is going to equal 0, so that's going to cancel out. And this is going to equal 20x. Then we're going to divide by 20. So x is going to equal 5. And lastly, let's do this one here. I'm going to combine these like terms first before we even start. So 30 minus 2 is 28x plus 4 equals 30x minus 6. So I'm going to move this one over here and take that over there. It's going to be 4 plus 6 equals 30x minus 28x, which equals 10 and 2x. Divide by 2, x equals 10. There we go. So lastly, and you guys did a really good job on this, is this one here. X equals 5 here. Why did I write 10? 5. Now a lot of you took a look at the difference here. You said, okay, the difference between this one and this one is 14. 14. And you took a look at the difference between this one and this one was 18. And the difference between this one and this one was 22. And you realize that every time here, we had a plus 4 going on. Okay? So this should predict plus 4, should predict, that's a 4, this is 26, which it is. So you extended it all the way through. Let's take a look and I can replicate that here. So at 18, and I have 32. I wonder if that'll work for me. No. 50. No, it can't. It can't do the math. Anyways, if you extend it down, the answer here is 200. Alright, so there's that one. And hopefully that helps you out.